Cool. It's gonna live stream. Okay. Okay, yay. So grab a cushion or a block or blanket, raise your hips up. We'll take a seated position for a minute. So whatever way feels comfortable for you, but making sure hips are elevated above the knees. Cool. So tonight we'll be using a mudra, which is kind of like yoga for your hands. So take the thumb and point it, touch it to the base of your ring finger, okay? So I'll come to you. Ooh. Okay, so we're touching on both hands and the remaining fingers are sticking out, right? Okay, they're active. Cool. So let me join you. Okay, sit up straight through your spine. Draw the crown of your head towards the sky. Close your eyes. Find your breath. Let the shoulders rise with each inhale and notice them drop with each exhale. So this mudra is used to help release tension from your neck and your jaw. It helps to purify thoughts and limiting beliefs, and it helps with mental clarity. So tonight we'll be using this mudra to release and surrender. So dive into your body for a minute and just notice what's coming up. Check in with your hips. Begin to stack your spine straight. So shift the torso back a little. Begin to sit a little straighter through the spine. Allow the shoulders to drop away from your ears. Lift and lengthen through your neck. Draw the crown of your head towards the sky. Full deep breaths in and out. And let's take 2 more breaths here. One more. Gently flutter the eyes back open. Come back into this moment, into your body seated here. Let the hand relax on the thighs. Slide the cushion out from underneath you and come to lie on your back. Move my tea out of the way. So, while you're lying on your back, draw your feet in, come up onto the soles of your feet. You can let the knees knock in together if you want to, or you can just keep them neutral where they were. Whatever is your jam. For right now, we're going to focus on the neck muscles. So begin to push the back of your skull down into the ground enough that you can feel your muscles start to activate. So even take the hands and slide them underneath your neck and begin to kind of touch and explore. So push your head down so that you can feel the muscles with your fingertips activating. And then check out like what's happening in your curve of your neck. Push into the bottom of the skull. Follow the curve of your neck down to the base. And just see what things feel like, just because it's cool. Continue to push, not a ton of effort, but enough that you're like, okay, something's happening. Take a few breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. So what this is doing is toning the muscles of the back of the neck, because a lot of times we walk with this kind of pitched forward head leading posture, where we round through our shoulders and then our head kind of juts forward. And that's happening because those muscles are tired and they're weak and they're overstretched. So if this is like a lot for you, you should do more of this. Now gently release that. Allow that to let go. Remove the hands for a second and just feel what your neck feels like. Now I want you to start exploring turning your head to the side. But as you turn your head to the side, so look to your right. You can extend your arm out that way and look over your fingertips if that feels good for you. Take your left hand, gently place it on the back of your head at the, that bony protrusion in the back of your skull. Okay, now notice that just by not doing anything and just turning your head, you only get so far. But now push the back of your head into your hand and then push your hand into your head and give it a little resistance until you can feel the neck muscles turn on. Now, try to turn a little deeper and lay your ear on the floor. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Keeping that gentle engagement, pushing with the fingers into the back of the head, resisting just a little. You'll notice the neck muscles start to fire up. You might feel good, might feel not so good, depending on how your neck is. That's okay. Don't strain, just gently pushing. Take one more breath here. Now, gently and carefully slide your right hand underneath your head and help turn it back to the center. Place your hands wherever you want and shut down the eyes for just a moment. Feel the difference between the right side of your neck and the left side of your neck. Take one more breath. And gently begin to extend the left arm out to the side. Turn your gaze over the fingertips. Right hand reaches up behind the back of the head. Push your head into your hand. Resist by just a little bit of a push. The palm of the hand into the back of the head. Feel the neck muscles firing up. And then see if you can draw your ear down towards the floor a little more. Pull the chin up just a little. Find your breath. Find that ujjayi, soft snore in the nose. Two more breaths. If you're feeling any sensation in your arm, that's normal. Your neck muscles attach and create a little tingling sensation down the arm. Totally cool. It's fine. If it feels like too much, just gently back off. And again, taking the left hand, cupping the face, and allowing your fingers to help turn your head back to center. Lay the hands on the belly if that's your jam. Take a breath in. And a breath. So a lot of times we hold a lot of tension in our neck. Coincidentally, we add a little stress to our throat chakra, so we become a little closed off and we have a more difficult time speaking sometimes. Our neck is really super tight and our shoulders are really rolled in. We have a harder time speaking our own truth to others. We can have a difficult time even hearing other people say their truths. It can become uncomfortable. And so releasing all the tension around this area allows us to relax and take life a little easier. So take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Two more. Inhale. Relax. Last one. Inhale. Relax. Point the knees up towards the sky if they were knocked in towards each other. Flip your palms up to the sky. Push the back of your head down into the mat to activate your neck muscles. And then slowly begin to push through your feet and raise your hips up off the ground while you're still pushing your head into the mat. All the neck muscles should be like ding, 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 ding. Cool. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Hips are still raised. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly lower the hips down. Continue to press the head down as you lower. Once you're all the way down, let the neck rest. Take one more breath here. And then gently roll onto your belly. So from here, stack your forearms, one in front of the other. So not on top of them, but one down so that you can rest your forehead here. And then the other slightly behind so that you can rest your chin there. Taking a breath in, just noticing what your neck feels like. Are there any sensations?
And start to reflect on how you talk to yourself mentally, because that is also ruled by our throat chakra. How we speak to ourselves and how we treat ourselves is directly related to our inner voice. So if we have a lot of tension in the neck, maybe we don't treat ourselves as nicely as we could. So think of the last time that that happened for you. Now begin to gently curve the neck the opposite way. So push through the back of the neck so that the back of your neck is pushing towards the sky. Pull your chin in towards your chest and elongate through from the base of your neck to the base of the skull. See if you can create length. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Two more. One more. As you exhale, gently untuck, roll a little bit back down. Support the forehead, support the chin. Allow the neck muscles to release and let go. And now doing the same thing, elongate through the back of the neck. So distance the space between the top of your shoulders and your skull. Push through and then lift your head up off the ground. You're trying to lift your head higher than your torso as you push through the back of the neck. Carefully switch forearms and draw the other one towards you and the other one away from you so that we can lay our head back down. And now our body is even because we've switched directions with our arms. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Two more. Last one. Slide the hands to underneath your shoulders and inhale, push your way up to table. Drop the belly down toward the earth, look up. As you exhale, push away from the ground. Scoop the pelvis, gaze at the navel. Moving slow, inhale, drop the belly, stick the butt out, gaze forward. And then exhale, arch through your upper back. Let the head hang loose, gaze at the navel. Two more, inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, gaze at the navel. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Return to your natural state in table. And here, deliberately stick your butt out enough that you can feel the muscles of your low back shorten and tighten. So your low back muscles are working, your belly is dropping towards the ground. You're sticking your booty out as far as you can, tail to the sky. Cool. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Keeping that engagement of your low back. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Full breath in. As you exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Walk the fingertips away from the body. Open the knees if you have to. Allow the chest to start to fall toward the earth. Begin to push the palm of your hands down into the ground, enough that you can feel the muscles underneath your armpit turning on. Once you can feel that, push down into the pads of your fingertips and imagine that you're dragging your hands back towards your body without actually moving. This is isometric contraction. So drawing the fingertips towards the knees without actually moving. What will happen is the muscles of your upper back will start to fire up. See if you can raise your armpits up a little higher, away from the ground. Those are a lot of actions all happening at once. So if you can only get one, that's awesome. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Continue pressing and dragging. One more breath here. Use it to broaden the back. On your inhale, rise to table. As you exhale, curl your toes, stick your butt out, and let your hips lead up and back for downward facing dog. Take a full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now notice the tension in your neck. See if you can nod yes and no. Maybe do some head circles one way and then the head circles the other way. Release any tension there. So pushing away from the ground, letting the shoulders do the work. Allow the neck to release. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, lift the heels off the ground and shift slowly forward to plank. Push away from the ground when you get there. Take a full breath in. Soften your knees. Exhale. Put your bum back up to the sky and push back for downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Push away from the ground. Release the neck. On the next inhale, forward to plank. Slow, controlled. Push away from the ground when you get there. Take a full breath in. Soften the knees and then push back, downward facing dog. Let's flow a little with that. Inhale, forward to plank. Soften the knees and then exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, soften. Back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale forward to plank. This time, exhale the knees down and then lower onto your belly. Cool. Take a beat. Take the hands to the outer edges of your mat, in line with your shoulders. Take a look at me if this is something that's not something you've done before or in your practice. I'm going to inhale and arch my upper back as I push through my thumbs. I'm going to roll my shoulders behind as I exhale, and I'm going to allow my body to soften back down to the earth. Then I lift and lengthen, so I pull my heart forward and up. I stretch through the abdomen, reaching through the backs of my toes, and then exhale and lower down. So, fingertips are wide, pushing through the thumbs and using the back muscles. Inhale and arch the upper back. Roll the shoulders, exhale and soften. Now, reach through the backs of the toes, lift and lengthen through the torso, and then pull from the back of your skull towards the back of your feet. Full breath in. Full breath out. Continue reaching through the back of the skull toward the feet. And exhale, release. Slide the hands under the shoulders. Inhale forward to table. Exhale, child's pose. Settle in for a moment. Open the knees if you have to. Walk the fingertips forward. Forehead rests on the ground. Take a full breath in. Full breath. Inhale forward to table. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands. So your hands frame your foot. Drop the back knee, low lunge here. Come up onto the top of the back foot. Fingertips are on the ground for a moment. Begin to push through the heel of your right foot until you feel your glutes activate, and use that power to rise up. Hands can go on the front of the thigh. So, reaching the arms towards the sky, interlace your fingers, and then draw the hands behind the back of the head. Open through your elbows. Begin to push the back of your skull into your hand. Resist that by pulling your hands into your head. Full breath in. Full breath out. 2 more. One more. As you exhale, frame the foot. Come up onto the ball of the back foot. Step that front foot back and move into downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. No worries. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale the left leg back up. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands. Frame your foot. Drop that back knee down. Come onto the top of the back foot. Push through the front heel and rise up. Hands go on the thigh. Full breath in. Full breath out. Cool. Inhale the arms up to the sky.
Interlace the fingers, slide them behind the back of the head, and then begin to press. Head goes into hand, hands go into head. Cool. As you're here and you're breathing, think about the tension that you're releasing out of your neck right now. By engaging your muscles and making them work, sends a signal to your brain that they can get stronger and more flexible. This increases the range of motion. Let's take one more breath. Exhale, fold forward, frame the foot, come into the hands, step onto the ball of the back foot, step the front foot back, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Cool. See if you can push away from the ground, make your shoulders do the work, and let the neck let go. Take a full breath. As you exhale, walk to the front of the mat. Forward fold. So come onto the tented fingertips if that works for you. I want you to bend your knees so that you can try to lay your torso onto your thigh. Cool. If you're there and you can bend a little deeper and you can fold a little more, do so. Begin to let gravity take a hold of your head. Feel the heaviness of the crown of your head reaching toward your mat. The back of the neck can elongate. You can push through the back of the neck again. So pulling the chin in toward the chest. Full breath in. Full breath out. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. As you exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back, then the right. Drop your knees, hips to heels, child's pose. Cool. Push into your hands again, activate the muscles underneath your armpit. By engaging these muscles, we can find a little more space to walk the fingertips away from you a little further. Continue to push down. And then begin to drag your fingertips towards your body again. Light up those muscles. Full breath in. Full breath out. Two more. One more. Inhale forward to table. Exhale, lower on the belly. Arms go wide. Pressing through the fingertips, arch through the upper back. Exhale, roll the shoulders and soften in. Now reach through the toes, reach through the back of the skull. Lift and lengthen, pull your heart forward and up. And exhale, release. Two more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, soften. Reach through the back of the head. Up. And release. Last one. Inhale, arch. Exhale. Lift through the abdomen, through the back of the skull. And exhale, release. Inhale to table.
Cool, take a beat, pause, draw the knees in a little bit. Find a stacked table here. So shoulders are over wrist and knees are under hips. I want you to inhale the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale and scoop in between your leg and your arm. Come down onto the shoulder and walk the fingertips, the left hand toward the top of the mat. While you're here, you're on the side of your head. Begin to push your head down into the ground so you can feel the muscles in your neck fire up. While you're doing that, push through the right hand fingernails down into the ground and feel the shoulders activate. And everything all worked up in there. Take a full breath. Two more. One more. Slide the fingertips back under the left shoulder. Push your way back up. Stay here for a few breaths. Draw the chin down towards your chest. Feel the lengthening through that curve in your neck. One more breath. On the breath in, reaching the left hand up to the sky. And then exhale and scoop. Laying down on the left shoulder. Right fingertips are walking away. Coming onto the left side of our head, pushing the head down so that our neck is firing up. Fingernails of the left hand push down to fire up the shoulder. Continue pressing and breathing. One more breath. Slide the hand back underneath the shoulder, press away. So draw the knees in a little bit. Go about hips distance. Stick your butt up in the sky, like we were doing earlier in our cat-cow, and we're engaging our low back muscles. I want you to come down onto the forearms. So still engaging those low back muscles. See if you can drop all the way down onto your chest. So walk your fingertips towards the front of your mat. Extend through your elbows. Moving into puppy. So even if you need to turn sideways so that you can look at your alignment and your body on your screen. Cool, do it. So begin to push the palms of the hands down into the ground. All those muscles around your shoulder are going to fire up. Cool. So now you're like, well, what do I do with my head or my forehead or my chin or what's happening, right? Cool. So we're going to engage those muscles in the back of the neck to pull our chin forward and allow your chin to rest on the mat. If you can get to your nose, that's cool. That's fine. It's great. Stay there. Cool. Great. If you can come onto the chin, cool. Awesome. So then see if you can stick your butt out even further. Walk your fingertips a little bit further away. Continue to push through your palms so that your shoulder is active and stable. And curl the neck back. Reach through the back of the skull. Shoulders are opening. Front of the neck is opening. Try to settle in. Sensation is good, too much sensation is bad. If you have too much, cool, back off, go into child's pose. But for those of you that are still here in puppy, call to mind that moment, those things that inner voice tells you. Bring them to the forefront of your mind and surrender them right now in this moment. Your heart is open, your throat is open. Allow any negative self-talk to release into the earth. Two more breaths. One more. Full breath in. Full breath out. Begin to push through the palms of the hands. Shift forward a little. Come up onto forearms. Let the shoulders move slowly because we just did a lot. Walk the hands back towards the body. Come out slow. And then shift hips to heels for child's pose. Find your breath. Shut down the eyes. Elongate through the back of the neck. Tuck the chin to chest. Enjoy one more breath. Inhale forward to table. Exhale, slowly lower down onto your belly. And then roll onto your back. Bend the knees and draw the heels in towards your body. Flip the palms to the sky. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath your body, open through your chest. Push the back of your head down into the mat. Take a full, deep breath in. Full breath out. Two more. And one more. Relax through the shoulders, through the neck, let it go. Maybe walk the shoulder blades back out a little. Allow the chest and the upper back to sink a little lower. Draw the knees in towards your chest. You can hug the outer knee here if that feels good for you. If the backs of the hamstrings are your jam, do that. Wherever you need to be, wherever you gotta be, we'll just do it, whatever feels good. So pull your knees in towards your body just a little. A little sensation is good, too much is bad. Just stretching out our low back as we did quite a bit in that puppy by sticking our bum in the air. Maybe rocking from side to side and massaging your low back might be something that sounds good. Take one more breath here. Release the feet down to the earth. Take them to the outer edges of your mat. And then allow both knees to drop toward the right. Taking a gentle twist. Undoing what we were doing a minute ago by working our low back so hard. Now we need to add a little movement. Inhale towards the center. And then exhale, both knees off towards the left. As long as there's no tension in the knee, allow the knee to be heavy towards the ground. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, straighten the knees, moving into Shavasana. Feet can go about hips distance. Allow them to roll out to the side. Palms can go to the sky. Tucking shoulder blades or not, whatever speaks to you in the moment. Shut down the eyes. Become present to the idea that you talk to yourself quite often. Some of us notice and some of us don't. Remember that if you can come back to that awareness, that's how we change our thought patterns and our beliefs. The lies that we tell ourselves if our throat chakra is. So reflect on this practice and what that means to you. Find your gentle Ujjayi breathing. Settle. Calling your attention back to the points of contact where your body and the ground meet. Feel your breath moving in and out of your body. Begin to breathe through your throat for a moment. Imagine that there is blue light there. And with the breath, allowing it to shine deeper, brighter. Using your breath to polish off this color. Make it clear. Gently awaken the body, fingers and toes. Allow the left ear to drop toward the earth, and then move and drop the right ear down. And just flowing back and forth for a moment. Waking the neck. Reach the arms up over your head and stretch. And then draw the knees in, curling up on your right hand side. Push away from the ground. Let your head be the last thing to rise. Grab your cushion or your blankets. Raise those hips back up. Find your seated position. Now, turn the head all the way to the left. When you do so, take your hands and begin to explore the muscle from your clavicle up the side of your neck. And as you explore it, you can even see how it widens at the base of your skull. So begin to just push on that a little bit. Give yourself a little massage, moving up and down that muscle. This is the muscle that's responsible for the head moving forward, so the chin tucks to the chest. So it's also responsible for lifting the rib cage up a little. So there's sternocleidomastoid. Yeah, that's a fun one. So a lot of times when this muscle is weak, we get a lot of forward head tilt. So turn to the right and then begin to find that muscle again, kind of jutting out, walking the fingertips up it, finding where it's meeting at the base of the skull behind the ear. Give it a little gentle rub, release the tension. We'll draw the head back to the center. Tuck the chin into the chest, elongate through the back of the neck. Feel the stretch. Allow your shoulders to release and let go. One more breath. And then do the opposite. Begin to draw the chin towards the sky and point the chin all the way up. Just keep your teeth together, because if you open your mouth, it's going to release, it's going to reduce the amount of stretch that you have in the front of the throat. So reaching towards the sky, teeth are together. Full breath in. Full breath out. Two more. One more. Slowly and carefully lift the head back up towards center. Reach through the crown of your head. Root down through the bottom of your hips and allow your hips to be heavy. Stretch through your spine straight up like there's a string on the top of your head. Crown of the head is pulling towards the sky. We'll take a full breath in. Full breath out.
Place the palms up to the sky on the thigh. Touch the thumbs to the base of your ring finger. Other fingers are active and pushing away from your body. Shut down the eyes. Find your steady breath. And the next time a thought arises, or negative self-talk, or a role that we tell ourselves that we play that we don't really need to play, these inner truths, this inner dialogue that just isn't real, because that's not really you. Find this mudra. Purify your thoughts with your breath. So let's take 3 full breaths in together. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling and sighing out of the mouth. Deep, full cleansing breath in. Purifying and releasing what does not serve us. One more inhale. Surrender and let it go. Place the hand in prayer position at heart center and humbly bow inward. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for clearing yourself energetically and physically. The love and light in me sees and honors the love and light in each and every one. Namaste. Hope everybody feels good, sleeps good, or has a good day if they're doing this in the morning. Bye.